So first of all, I wasn't gonna vote. So kill me. My husband really felt convicted to vote. My neighbors, friends, family, and I understand that. I personally had some issues with some of things that were on the ballot and with the candidates. But what I will say is that this sermon right here actually convinced me to vote.
The title of the sermon is How to Vote Like Jesus. And before you freak out, just kind of hang out with me. Let me talk real quick about why I'm doing this. And the reason I even need to do this is because somewhere along the way, I don't have time to get into this. It's interesting about this really developed about 45 years ago. Somewhere along the way, this idea developed that was brand new in all of church history, that the church and pastors should avoid politics and stay away from commenting on politics or political leaders. I just need you to know that concept is completely and utterly unbiblical. Completely and utterly unbiblical. For instance, let me talk Bible and logic. You cannot read the Bible about Moses, Daniel, Esther, Nathan, Nehemiah, John the Baptist, and think that the church and pastors should avoid addressing government and governmental leaders. You just can't do it. It's all throughout the Bible. Number two, let's just use a little bit of logic together. I just want to point this out. Hey guys, as we often say at Lake Point, if the church won't disciple people, the world will. So what's gonna happen, check this out, is if godly leaders and godly pastors and godly voices all go silent or refuse to be clear on issues related to politics and government, then the only voices that are left are the godless ones. So we have to understand this, that if we don't do this, they will. They're simply, listen, there are points when it's the job and responsibility of pastors and spiritual leaders to be like John the Baptist, who rebuked the political leader of his day, King Herod, and just said, hey man, you are doing godless things. You must repent, because the people under your leadership can never be blessed while the leaders of this nation lead the nation into open defiance of the living God. So you've got to repent, or we got to essentially, we got to get you out, okay? So I need you to understand this. If you're brand new, if you've been around a while, then you've heard me say this before, but here's what I need you to understand, okay? Some of you will hear the first few part of the sermon and be like, oh man, Josh, it feels like you or the church are getting more political. That is not what's happening. What's happening right now is not, the church is not getting more political, politics are getting more theological, and politics are getting more spiritual. When the government moved past things like building roads, issuing driver's licenses, and teaching math, to things like redefining marriage, erasing gender, reframing abortion as reproductive rights, and then using the government school system to indoctrinate everybody's kids into believing those things, hey guys, the church didn't move. Politics did.
So if you like more videos like this, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe.